What's up, everybody? Let's Talk Jets Radio. Hope you guys are all doing well. It feels like it's been a friggin' minute since I've done a video or any content or talked with a lot of you guys. There's so many people that have reached out, many of which I've gotten back to, many of which I still have not gotten back to yet, and I feel terrible about that. It's obviously a ridiculously tough time for me, and when you think that, all right, I've gotten over it, I've gotten past it, it always somehow finds its way back. The mental side of things right now has been a giant struggle for me day to day, at night. And I'm sure, if you're somebody that has ever lost somebody, especially unexpectedly, that just creates all sorts of, new challenges. And, I'm still dealing with stuff with my mom and her health. And it's just kind of like one thing after another. And, you try to get your feet back under you and find a routine and a sense of normalcy, which is what I know, this show provides. But just trying to get back into that rhythm, it's been a million times harder than I ever could have imagined or ever could have expected. Sleep patterns have been a mess. You kind of go back and forth, and this is where like the bipolar side of me comes in, where I'll have those moments throughout a day, a couple minutes here and there, even a couple hours here and there, where I feel incredibly motivated. I want to accomplish all sorts of shit, and just make content every day, and just go all in on the thing that I love, which is, again, making content around my favorite football team and interacting with all you guys. But it's like every time that I go and try to get that done now, there's just something that's kind of pulling me back and stopping me from doing it. There's the negative side of me that's asking, well, what's the point? Why are you trying to build anything when at the end of the day, like, what does it all mean? What's the purpose of it all? And that's the one thing that I think like keeps us all going, is that feeling of purpose and having a sense that you matter, a sense that you're providing value to not just others, but also for yourself, doing something that you love. And when you find that you're trying to do that thing, you're trying to turn on the camera and record videos, you're trying to get the courage to just hop on a stream, and it's just not there, and this is such an exciting time for the Jets. I don't want to be the one that brings the stream down or provides negative energy. I know, just reading some of the comments, apparently Joe Cat did that the other night, so maybe this is a good time for me to try to hop back on, because I genuinely am excited for the team, but my emotions, my reactions probably won't show that, and that's where I'm kind of stuck. And I desperately want to start getting into content again. I know that it's what I need, just to feel normal again, but I also don't feel right at this time still talking about football when there's so many other things that are going on personally that it just feels wrong. Again, like I said, even though I know I need it and it's going to make me feel better, there's just something that feels wrong about getting all enthused and excited and having all these arguments about a football team when you're going home every day and dealing with like real life shit. So again, it's not to be Debbie Downer or anything like that. I don't want to bring that negative energy to the stream, which is why I've kind of just hung back a little bit. But like I did say, this is something that I know that I need to hop back into, and just speaking to everybody else, who maybe dealing with something similar or going through similar emotions. Try to find your purpose. That thing that you want to do, that thing that you love. For me, it's sports content, it's writing, it's making videos, it's making edits, like all that stuff I love. And unfortunately, just for the last 2 years, the mental side of things has prevented me from being able to go all in on that. And each day, each week, each month that I'm not accomplishing what I feel like I should be, it wears on you, and it creates guilt, it creates regret, and there's a lot of different ways you can look at it. I mean, I'm 35 years old. I could look at it like I still have plenty of time left, or I could look at it like, I've already wasted plenty of time. And that just kind of goes back again to like what I was saying, the range of emotions where you feel bipolar, where, 1 minute it's all positive and I want to make some shit happen, and the next it's just I want to crawl into a hole and not talk to anybody or not deal with anything. So I'm still trying to get it all figured out. I don't know what my next move is going to be. I don't know when I'm going to feel comfortable, hopping on a stream again. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. I really do. I know that I need it. I know that I miss it. I miss all of you and all the interactions and, just talking about this team. I desperately miss it and I want to get back to it. But I also want it to be where once I come back, I'm not doing what I've been doing the last couple of years, which is like, I'm here for a couple of streams and then I'm gone. I do a couple of videos, then I'm gone. Tyson's been busting his ass carrying this channel, and he deserves, obviously I know that he understands what I'm going through, but he deserves so much more out of me and Tyrone, and I'll just keep it to me. I mean, I should be doing more. I want to be doing more. I know I need to be doing more, and I know I'm getting ridiculously repetitive right now. But I'm hoping the next few months can bring back some normalcy. If I'm ever on a stream and you guys see that I'm a little bit off, a lot of shit's going on. So the other part that I just wanted to get to on this video, which is why I actually turned the camera on after I've been ranting for 6 minutes now, just talking about dealing with grief and loss and how that affects overall mental health. And I've always been a big advocate of death being a trigger for a lot of mental health issues, and not necessarily dealing with death or the death of a loved one, but the anticipation of it, the thought of it, the questions of how much time do you have, how much time do others have, and you get stuck, you get caught instead of just living. And when you do lose somebody, those emotions get amplified, and it triggers all sorts of different emotions, from sadness to anger to guilt to regret, and it feels like you're getting pulled in a million different ways in terms of what you want to do and what you want to go in on. And for me, it's just it's been a battle in terms of just trying to get normal again and get a routine again, and I don't know what it's going to take to bring that back. I've talked to a million different people. I've, tried millions of different medicines. I've, tried something new recently. I don't know what it's going to take, honestly. And I'm open to answers. If you're somebody that's gone through it, obviously, I'm open to anything that you guys might have done that maybe works. I feel like I have the answers in front of me. I feel like I know what I need to do. A lot of it for me has just been staying active. The toughest part is usually, and again, I'm 35, I live alone. Toughest part every day is going home and, you're solo. And that's where all those thoughts manifest. That's where negative behaviors are coming into play. And, I feel like more often than not, I'm just not even giving myself a chance to get back to normal. So, just finding that routine and being able to do it every day, that's what I'm finding, I think, is the toughest part of this entire thing right now, because the answers are right in front of you. It's almost like, back in high school when somebody would take a test in, first or second period, and you had that same teacher, period 7 or 8, you're getting all the answers that you need to the test. It's right in front of you. It's just a matter of either memorizing it or, finding a way to, write A, C, D on your arm somewhere where it's not going to get seen. Obviously, terrible example for me, to put out there as a teacher, but, you have all the answers right in front of you. I know what I need to do. I know I need to stay active and keep moving and try to get a good night's sleep and, improve my social interactions. And there's a million different things that I know I need to do, and that when I do them, I actually feel better. The problem that seemingly I've always had, and it's been made worse clearly, over the past 2 months, how do I get myself motivated to actually do those things and to not put them off, to not procrastinate, to not say, all right, I'm going to do it tomorrow. How do I get myself just in that routine every single day where it's just second nature? Waking up same time every day, working out same time every day, eating healthy same time every day, content every day, Instagram posts every day. How do I get myself to do all that and see the value in it and the purpose for it. And that obviously it makes me happy, but there's, enough of you, many of you, hundreds and thousands of you that have all, reached out, that clearly value, what we do on this channel. I'm not saying that we're better than anybody, or we're clearly not more knowledgeable than anybody, but I do feel like you can put this channel's authenticity up against anybody. You're not going to find realer fans than us that have put in the time, that have been dedicated to this team, that have been dedicated to content. And that's just why it kills me where I've gotten to mentally over the past, not just the 2 months recently, which have been fucking awful, but really the past 3 years. I'll go into a little detail as I'm almost home. My mom, she's been fighting a battle with Alzheimer's, dementia, and all sorts of stuff over the past 3 to 4, actually 5 years now. She's been in and out of the hospital and psychiatric facilities and everything, and she's been doing a little bit better. She's been happier. They have her on the right meds and all that, which is good. But a week and a half ago, she falls, she breaks her hip. So now we're starting all that again, and this is 2 months, not even 2 months, after my sister was killed in a hit and run back in the end of February. So just all the unknown of it. The answers that we don't have yet as a family is fucking crushing. There's clearly the guilt side of things, that there's conversations that you wish you had, conversations that you wish you said, things that you wish you said, and you're not going to have that opportunity to say it again. And that's been, I think, the toughest part of all this. I mean, there's been a million different things that have been challenging. Seeing my father and how he's struggling, and knowing that my brother-in-law lost his wife, my niece lost her mother. I know that I lost a sister, but I feel like that doesn't even compare to what some other people are going through right now. And so like I said, you're clearly seeing there's that mix of a lot of different emotions, and they come out at different times in different ways, and often unexpectedly. And this is uncharted territory for me. I don't really know what it's going to take, to be honest, to just get myself normal again and feel right. I really don't know. I'd appreciate answers if anybody thinks they have them, coping mechanisms or strategies. But like I said, though, the problem is I could have all the answers in the world, and I just don't know how to apply any of this shit right now, because your head's in such a fog and just such a negative space that you don't want to move, you don't want to do anything, you don't want to see anybody. I'm still struggling trying to get back to work. Baseball is the only thing that's saving me right now. Being on that field, being outside, being active, coaching, being able to, get a little competitive juices going, and, scream stuff out and instruct players and all that. Like, I've diving completely headfirst into coaching unlike I ever have before, in terms of swing mechanics and really going advanced, analytical, baseball shit, to the next level, just because I need that while I'm out. And like I said, the problem is once you get back home, it's like everything just comes back. All the emotions, the feelings, the negative behaviors, they just all hit you again. And then, cycle repeats. Next morning, you don't want to wake up and do it all over again. So I'm really trying to get back to a positive place. I don't need anybody to feel sorry for me. I appreciate so much everybody that's reached out with all the positive comments and prayers and condolences and everything else. I know that so many of you are here and you're willing to listen. Jose and Paul, I mean, the list goes, there's dozens of names that I want to have conversations with and talk to, but I'm also that type of person that doesn't like to bring other people down. Usually when I talk to people, I prefer being somebody that can uplift and not bring down. I like to spread a positive message, not the negative thoughts that are fucking stuck up here. So I'm going to do my best over the next couple weeks and couple months to just try to get some normalcy back. I just wanted to give you guys that update because I feel terrible that I haven't been here during this crazy exciting time that we've been waiting for since we started this channel and started doing these podcasts. So I feel awful, but I'm hoping to be back soon. I really am. And let's get after it this season and have some fun. So talk to you guys. Appreciate all the support. Really do.